Building upon the foundation laid in my previous presentation, I, Harshit Sinha, your host, now present part 2 of this series on the Environment Waste Management Rule 2025 taking account of construction and demolition. This segment dwells deeper into the economic and environmental advantage of effective waste management, setting the stage for a comprehensive discussion on the regulatory landscape. The presentation then transitions into key compliance mechanisms, including reporting protocol, verification procedure, and audit requirements. Special attention is given to the composition and responsibilities of state-level monitoring and steering committee, which play a pivotal role in ensuring robust governance. Furthermore, the session outlined the appeal process and prescribes penalties for non-compliance, reinforcing the rules' legal enforceability. The strategic integration of technology across all stages of implementation is also examined, showcasing its role in streamlining cooperation, enhancing transparency, and improving efficiency. The presentation also unpacked the monitoring framework and stipulated implementation timeline to provide a grounded understanding. It highlights notable national case studies, showcases international recognized best practices in construction and demolition waste management. Finally, the presentation concludes with an analysis of key implementation challenges, offering insights into potential pathway for overcoming systematic and operational hurdles. Let us now explore these dimensions in a greater depth. This slide discusses about the economic benefits of the construction and demolition waste management. The effective management of construction and demolition waste presents substantial economic opportunities, contributing to substantial urban development. One of the most significant advantages is cost saving, with estimates indicating up to a 30% reduction in the construction material cost through the reuse of the recycled material. This not only reduces the reliance on the virgin resource but also brings down the overall project cost for the both public and the private infrastructure development. Another key benefit is landfilling diversion, where approximately 40% of C&D waste can be redirected from landfill through systematic waste segregation and recycling practices. This extends the life of existing landfill sites and minimizes the environmental and economic costs associated with the waste disposal, including land acquisition, maintenance, and the pollution mitigation. Perhaps most notably, the sector offers robust potential for job creation, with projection exceeding 100,000 new jobs in recycling, processing, and related industries. These jobs span across the entire waste management value chain, from material collection and sorting to advanced processing and manufacturing of recycled construction input. Overall, the implementation of C&D waste rule fosters a circular economy, reducing the raw material demand and promoting green entrepreneurship and strengthening local economies, all while contributing to India's broader goals of resource efficiency and sustainable growth. This slide discusses about the environmental benefits of the construction and demolition, that is C&D waste management. The C&D waste management plays a vital role in enhancing the environmental sustainability and reducing the ecological footprint of urban development by diverting waste from the landfill through recycling and reuse of C&D waste management significantly reduces the land degradation and pollution, thereby preserving value ecosystem and greenfield areas. One of the most critical environment benefit is the reduction of air, water, and soil contamination. Improper disposal of C&D waste often lead to the leaching of hazardous substances and dust emission. Structured waste processing mitigates these risks, promoting cleaner urban environment. Additionally, recycling C&D material reduces the need for quantifying and mining virgin natural resources, which in turn lower habitat destruction and biodiversity loss. C&D waste recycling also contributes to climate change by reducing the energy consumption associated with the manufacturing new construction material and decreasing transportation emission from waste disposal, the sector helps lower greenhouse gas emission. Moreover, through proper waste segregation and material recovery, natural resource conservation is promoted aligned with the principles of a circular economy. Overall, C&D waste management strengthens the environmental resilience, promotes resource efficiency, and supports India's broader goal and under the Sustainable Development Goals and National Climate Commitment. Now let us discuss environmental compensation, deterrent and corrosive mechanism. Environmental compensation, that is EC, serve as a crucial financial instrument to ensure accountability and compliance in waste management, particularly in context of construction and demolition waste. It is imposed as a deterrent against non-compliance with the waste management provision or prescribed targets. The underlying principle EC is to attribute monetary value to environmental damage and ensure that violators internalize the cost of their ecological negligence. A key procedural safeguard in the imposition of EC is the right to hearing. No entity is penalized without being provided an opportunity to present its case, thereby upholding the principle of natural justice. The quantum of compensation is determined based on the extent and the severity of the environmental damages caused by the violation, ensuring the proportionality and fairness. Moreover, the framework provides for a refund mechanism wherein partial refunds may be granted if the violator achieves compliance within a specified rectification period. This not only incentivizes timely corrective action but also promotes a culture of continuous improvement. The Central Pollution Control Board, that is CPCB, or designated authorities may impose EC, making it powerful enforcement tool. By linking financial liabilities to the environmental impact, EC reinforces the seriousness of environmental governance and strengthens the regulatory compliance. Now we shall discuss about the refund of environmental compensation. The refund mechanism under the environmental compensation, that is EC framework, is designed to motivate prompt corrective action by defaulter linking financial relief to environmental accountability. As depicted in the chart, the refund amount is inversely proportional to the time taken to achieve compliance, encouraging early resolution of non-conformity. Entities that rectify their waste management shortcoming within a year are eligible for the highest refund up to 90% of the compensation amount. This generous refund serves as a strong incentive for immediate compliance and restoration of environmental standard. If compliance is achieved within 2 years, the refund eligible drops to 60%, while the compliance within 3 years results in only 30% being refunded. Beyond 3 years, no refund is permitted, reflecting a zero tolerance approach to prolonged non-compliance. The tiered refund structure aligned with the principle of pollutus pay while promoting a rehabilitative rather than purely punitive approach. It reinforces the notion that while violations are penalized, timely and sincere efforts to correct them are acknowledged and rewarded. Ultimately, this mechanism enhances the effectiveness of environmental compensation regime by promoting urgency in corrective measures, improving environmental outcome, and ensuring that defaulters remain financially and ethically accountable for the environmental responsibility. This slide discusses about the utilization of environmental compensation funds. The funds collected as an environmental compensation are earmarked for exclusively used in advancing waste management efforts and are maintained in a separate account by the Central Pollution Control Board. Their allocation follows a strategic framework aimed at addressing key challenges across the waste management value chain and is governed by the Steering Committee in coordination with the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. A significant portion of these funds is directed towards the legacy waste management involving the collection and remediation of accumulated legacy and orphan waste that has historical burden ecosystem and urban landscape. This component ensures long-term environmental rehabilitation. Another critical area of expenditure is research and development, which supports innovation in waste management technology, operational efficiency, and data-driven decision making. By fostering evidence-based practices, this investment strengthens policy implementation and improves system resilience. Funds are also allocated for recycle incentives, offering financial assistance to boost former recycling enterprises and promote circular economic practice. These incentives encourages higher recycling rates and reduces the environmental impact of virgin material extraction. Lastly, local bodies support ensure that the municipal authorities receive financial aid for executing waste management projects, thereby strengthening grassroots level implementation and enhancing institutional capacities. This slide discusses about the reporting requirement under the Construction and Demolition Waste Management Rule 2025. Robust reporting mechanisms are integral to ensuring transparency, accountability, and effective implementation of the Construction and Demolition Waste Management Rule 2025. The framework mandates a tiered system of reporting obligation across various stakeholders to monitor progress and enforces compliance. Registered entities are required to submit semi-annual report detailing data on waste receipt, storage, recycling, and disposal. These reports must be filed by April 15 and October 15 each year. Additionally, they must submit a comprehensive annual return by May 15 following the end of each financial year, encapsulating cumulative operational details. Local authorities are responsible for submitting annual implementation status report to their respective state pollution control board by April 30. These reports provide a crucial insight into the execution of the waste management strategy at the municipal level. The state board in turn must compile a submit consolidated report to the Central Pollution Control Board by May 30, offering a statewide overview of the compliance and progress. Finally, the CPCB is tasked with preparing a national implementation status report to be submitted to the central government by June 30 each year. This hierarchical reporting structure ensures data-driven governance facility, performance evaluation, and promotes a cultural compliance throughout the system. Here we discuss about the accident reporting under the C&D waste management rule. Accident reporting play a vital role in ensuring the safe handling, storage, and disposal of construction and demolition waste. This rule mandates immediate and structured communication in the event of any accident occurring during the collection, transportation, storage, or processing of waste. Entities involved must report such incident immediately by telephone or within 24 hours to the respective state board. The reporting must be carried out through telephone and email, ensuring a rapid notification and facilitating prompt response and mitigation. Timely reporting helps prevent escalation of the situation and ensure the safety of the worker, communities, and the environment. Each report should contain specific information, including the data and time of the incident, location, nature and cause of accident, extent of damage, and immediate response measure taken. Comprehensive and accurate data are crucial for assessing the severity and implementing appropriate corrective steps. Following the report, the entity must engage in follow-up action, working in coordination with the relevant authorities to investigate the cause and implement prevention and corrective measures. This structured approach helps minimize reoccurrence, enhance accountability, and contribute to a safer and more resilient waste management ecosystem. Now we shall discuss what verification and audit comes under C&D Waste Management Rule 2025. Verification and audit mechanism are essential tools to ensure compliance with the Construction and Demolition Waste Management Rule. These purposes uphold the integrity and transparency and effectiveness of the system by regularly assessing the performance of registered entities. The Central Pollution Control Board, either directly or through authorized agency, undertake compliance assessment to verify adherence to prescribed standards and obligation. This includes scheduled inspection and periodic audit that evaluate operational practice, record keeping, and implementation of waste management protocol. In addition to plant assessment, random check or surprise inspection are conducted. These help detect discrepancy in reported data and validate the on-ground implementation of waste handling and disposal procedure. A key aspect of verification is the extended producer responsibility, that is EPR certificate audit. These audits confirm the authenticity of the certification submitted and ensure proper utilization of EPR credit by producer, processor, and the recycler. When non-compliance is detected, such as data manipulation or failure to meet target, enforcement action may follow. These actions could include the imposition of environmental compensation or other penalties as deterrent. Overall, the verification and audit framework fosters accountability and ensures that all stakeholders align with the national environmental goal and regulatory expectations. Now let us see what are the composition and function of the steering committee and the state monitoring committee. Under the construction and demolition, that is C&D waste management framework, both the steering committee and the state monitoring committee play a pivotal role in overseeing and guiding implementation efforts at national and the state level. The steering committee is chaired by the chairperson of the Central Pollution Control Board, that is CPCB, and comprises representatives from various ministries such as urban development, road transportation, rural development, housing and urban affairs, along with the experts, industries stakeholders, and the state government. This diverse representation ensures interministerial coordination and the integration of expert opinion. The key function of the steering committee includes providing direction for the implementation of rules, ensuring alignment with the national level strategy, reviewing technical guidelines, and addressing bottlenecks. It also facilitates coordination among the various stakeholders and submit recommendations to the central government. Additionally, steering committee holds the authority to oversee the overall monitoring and extended producer responsibility, implementation, reviewing evaluation report, and addressing non-compliance. The State Monitoring Committee, chaired by the Secretary of the State Urban Development Department, include representatives from the departments such as the road and transportation, rural development, local bodies, and urban planning. This committee ensured that implementation is tailored to state-specific needs and challenges. Its main functions involve supervising the rollout of C&D waste rules across urban local bodies, fostering inter-agency coordination, and addressing implementation issues at the state level. It also plays a crucial role in verifying complaints and preparing state-level reports. Both the committees meet periodically to track progress, resolve implementation challenges, and guide policy action. While the steering committee sets the national direction, the state monitoring committee ensures effective ground level execution, creating a structured multi-tier governance mechanism for sustainable waste management. Now let us discuss appeal process under the Construction and Demolition Waste Management Framework. The appeal process outlined the Construction and Demolition Waste Management Framework provide a structured mechanism for redressal in case of grievances or disputes, especially relating to non-compliance and environmental compensations. The process begins with the first appeal, which allows the aggrieved party approach the Secretary of the State Environment Department within 30 days of receiving the order. This ensures that stakeholders have an accessible and time-bound platform to challenge decisions affecting them. In case specifically involving environmental compensation, a second level appeal may be made to the Additional Secretary of Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. This appeal must be accompanied by 20% of deposit of the compensation amount, demonstrating the seriousness of the appeal and discouraging the frivolous claim. Late appeal, those submitted after 30 days window, may still be entertained if the applicant can show a valid and sufficient cause for the delay. This provision introduces a degree of flexibility while maintaining procedural integrity. All appeals, whether timely or late, are required to be disposed of within 60 days of the receipt, promoting efficiency and timely justice. This appeal mechanism ensures accountability and provide a fair opportunity for affected entities to seek remedy within the clear defined legal framework. This slide discusses about the penalties for non-compliance with the environmental regulation in India. Non-compliance with the environmental regulation in India carries significant legal and financial repercussions as outlined under the Section 15 of the Environmental Act of 1986 related to protection. Any individual or entity failing to adhere to these provisions faces potential prosecution. Penalties under Section 15 includes imprisonment up to 5 years, a monetary fine extended up to 1 lakh rupee or both for precedent contamination, and additional fine of up to 5,000 rupees per day of continued violation can be levied, underscoring the escalating cost of the prolonged non-compliance. Beyond these statutory penalties, environmental compensation may also be imposed. These additional levy is determined based on the extent of non-compliance and the environmental damage caused, ensuring that the cost of remediation and ecological harm is borne by the responsible party. Furthermore, entities providing false information risk severe administrative action, including the cancellation of their registration. Such cancellation can be for a period up to 5 years or even permanently in case of reported violation, highlighting the importance of accurate and truthfulness of the report. These stringent penalties underscore the seriousness with which the environmental regulations are enforced in India, aiming to deter non-compliance and promote responsible environmental stewardship. Now let us discuss about the role of technology in implementation. Technology serves as a crucial backbone for the effective implementation of environmental regulation program. Its integration streamlines processes, enhance transparency, and ensure efficient monitoring across the various stages. An online portal acts as a centralized hub, enabling seamless registration of all stakeholders, comprehensive tracking of waste from generation to recycling, efficient EPR certificate generation and trading, robust compliance, monitoring and reporting, and insightful data collection and analysis. This digital infrastructure fosters greater accountability and simplifies stakeholders' engagement. Next is related with the processing technology that are vital for optimizing waste management. Advanced mobile crushing and screening units enhance the efficiency, while wet processing aids in contamination removal. Sensor-based sorting systems improve material recovery, and quality control testing equipment ensure adherence to standards. These technologies contribute to a more circular economy and reduce environmental impact. The next is related with the digital monitoring, revolutionize oversight and enforcement. GPS tracking of the waste transportation ensures proper handling and disposal. remote sensing facilities, the detection of illegal dumping activities, automated reporting system provide a real-time data for informed decision. Furthermore, blockchain technology enhance the security and verifiability of the EPR certificates, combining frauds and promoting trust. In essence, technology empowers the effective implementation by providing a tool for efficient administration, optimized operation, and robust oversight, ultimately contributing to the success of environmental initiatives. Let us now discuss about the capacity building requirement for the successful implementation. Successful implementation of environmental program necessitates the comprehensive capacity building across all stakeholder groups. Tailored training program combining theoretical knowledge with practical demonstration and hand-on experience are crucial for effective execution. Construction workers require thorough training on the proper waste segregation and handling practices to ensure environmentally sound construction and demolition waste management. Project managers need robust education on waste management planning and implementation strategy to integrate substantial practice into project lifestyle from inception to completion. The next is related with the technical expert demand, specialized training on cutting-edge recycling technology and stringent quality control measures to optimize resources recovery and minimize environmental impact during processing. And the last one is related with the regulatory officials necessitate the comprehensive training on effective monitoring technique, rigorous enforcement mechanism, and efficient portal management to ensure compliance and accountability within the regulatory framework. Investing in targeted capacity building for each stakeholder group foster a skilled workforce, promote informed decision making, and strengthen the overall implementation process, ultimately contributing to the achievement and environmental objectives. Now we shall discuss about the market development for the recycled products. Creating robust demand for recycled products, particularly for construction and demolition waste, is paramount for successful recycling ecosystem. Strategic government interventions and industry collaboration are crucial to establish and grow this market. Establishing stringent quality standard for recycled material is fundamental to building market confidence among the consumers and industry. Developing and rigorously enforcing these standards ensure the reliability and performance of the recycled products, making them a viable alternative to virgin material. The next is related with the government procurement that plays a pivot role by mandating the use of recycled material in public construction projects. This creates a significant and stable demand, signaling the government's commitment to promoting the circular economy principle and providing a crucial market for recyclers. The next is related with the financial incentives, such as providing tax benefits and subsidies for businesses utilizes recycled material can further stimulate demand. These incentives reduces the cost burden associated with the adopting recycled products, making them economically attractive. Finally, recognition program including establishing award and certification for projects utilizing high percentage of recycled material can enhance the visibility and desirability of these products, fostering a positive perception and driving market uptake. By strategically implementing these measures, a strong and sustainable market for recycled products can be cultivated, driving resource efficiency and minimizing the waste. Now let us see what is the monitoring and evaluation framework for Construction and Demolition Waste Management Tool 2025. The robust monitoring and evaluation framework is crucial for assessing the effectiveness and impact of implementation efforts. The cyclic process ensures continuous improvement and data-driven decision making. The framework begins with establishing key performance indicators, that is KPIs. These metrics are essential for quantifying implementation success and tracking progress towards defined goal. Clear and measurable KPIs provides a benchmark for evaluation. Data collection forms the next step involving the systematic gathering of relevant information. This can be achieved through an outline portal for streamlined data captured and field verification to ensure accuracy and comprehensiveness. The collected data then undergoes a thorough analysis. This stage involves processing the information to identify key trends, uncover existing gaps in implementation, and highlight the best practices that can be scaled. Finally, reporting disseminate the findings. Regular reports on the implementation status are generated, providing stakeholders with the insight into progress, challenges, and areas requiring attention. This cyclic monitoring and evaluation framework ensures that implementation strategies are continuously refined based on evidence, leading to more effective and impactful outcomes. The insights gained from monitoring and evaluation drive improvements and contribute to the long-term success to this initiative. Let us discuss what are the key performance indicators for evaluating success. The effectiveness of any large-scale implementation efforts can be gauged through carefully selected key performance indicators, that is KPIs. These metrics provide a quantifiable measures of progresses and highlights areas requiring attention. First is registration. Success is tackled by the number of producers, recyclers, and facilities registered on the central online portal. A high registration rate indicates broad stakeholder participation and facilitate comprehensive data collection. Next is waste management. Efficiency is measured by the quantity of the waste generated, collected, and ultimately processed. Monitoring these volumes helps assess the effectiveness of collection system and processing capacities. The EPR compliance is a critical indicator reflecting the percentage of producers meeting their extended producer responsibility targets. High compliance rate signify that the producers are effectively managing the end of life of their product. Waste utilization is evaluated by the percentage of projects meeting waste utilization targets, indicating the success of efforts to integrate recycled material and promote a circular economy. The development of the infrastructure is tracked by the numbers of capacity of the processing facility established, highlighting the growth of the necessary physical infrastructure for waste management. Enforcement effectiveness is measured by number of inspections conducted and the violation addressed, indicating the rigor and responsive of the regulatory framework. And finally, economic impact is assessed through the number of jobs created within the sector and the value of recycled material produced, demonstrating the economic benefits of sustainable waste management practices. These KPIs collectively provide a comprehensive overview of the implementation's success across the various critical dimensions. Now let us discuss the phased approach in timeline for implementation. The implementation timeline adopt a phased approach, providing a stakeholder within the sufficient time to prepare for the compliance. The initial step notifications of rules occurred in April 2025. This marked the official announcement and dissemination of the new regulations. Following a 6 months transition period on the online portal is slated to become operational in October 2025. The digital infrastructure will serve as the central hub for registration, tracking, reporting, and other key implementation activities. A further 6 month transition period will precede the rule coming into force in April 2026. This allows stakeholders ample time to establish necessary infrastructure, adapted process, and ensure adherence to the new regulation before they become legally binding. The subsequent phase, spanning from 2026 to 2031, focuses on the progressive implementation of the target. These extended time frame acknowledge the need for a gradual scaling up of efforts and achievement of a long-term goal associated with the regulation. The 6-month interval between key milestone notification, portal operation, and rules coming into force are strategically designed to enable the development of necessary infrastructure and facilitate a smooth transition for all stakeholders involved. This phased approach aims to maximize the compliance and ensure the effective realization of the regulation objectives. Now we shall discuss a few success stories from the pilot project. India has made a significant stride in sustainable construction through pioneer pilot project and demonstrate the viability of recycled material. Three notable success stories illustrate these advancements. The Delhi NCR Recycling Facility, India's first large-scale construction and demolition waste recycling plant, processed 2,000 tons of waste daily by converting debris into reusable construction material. It reduces landfill dependency and promotes circular economic principles. Ahmedabad Recycled Roads project exemplify the integration of sustainable practice into urban infrastructure. The Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation constructed several kilometers of road using recycled construction and demolition waste, providing that eco-friendly alternative can match conventional material in durability while being the cost-effective. And the last one is related with the Bangalore Green Building showcase the potential of recycled material in commercial construction. With over 75% of its material sourced from the recycled content, these buildings achieved green certification and reduced cost by 15%, reinforcing the economic benefits of sustainability. These pilot projects illustrate the transformative impact of recycling in construction, setting a precedent of large-scale adoption by integrating environmental consideration into infrastructure development. India is leading the way in responsible resource management and sustainable driven urban planning. Now let us also see international best practices in construction and demolition waste management. Globally, several regions have implemented exemplary practices in construction and demolition waste management, offering a valuable insight for others. The European Union, guided by its waste framework directives, mandates ambitious recycling target for C&D waste, setting a benchmark of 70% recycling. Countries like the Netherlands and Germany have surpassed this, achieving over 90% recycling rates through a combination of landfill taxes, mandatory sorting at source, and stringent quality certification for recycled material. The EU comprehensively legal framework and emphasis on the high recycling target demonstrate a strong commitment to a circular economy and construction sector. Singapore has established a comprehensive C&D waste management system characterized by mandatory waste management plan for the construction projects, the establishment and designated recycling facilities, and a requirement for public projects to prioritize the use of recycled materials. This integrated approach has resulted in remarkably high recycling rates exceeding 99%, showcasing the effectiveness of a well-coordinated and enforced system. Singapore's success highlights the importance of government mandates and infrastructure development in maximizing resource recovery. The next is related. The Japan construction material recycling law underscored the significance of source separation and recycling of specified construction material. The country has implemented a robust quality certification system for recycled aggregate, which has been instrumental in creating strong market demand for recycled C&D products. Japan focuses on the material-specific recycling target, and quality assurance demonstrate how regulatory framework can drive market acceptance and utilization. These international best practices underscore the importance of multifaceted approach encompassing clear regulatory framework with ambitious target, robust infrastructure for collection and processing, effective quality control measures to build market confidence, and in case of Singapore, strong government mandates for the use of recycled material in public projects. Implementing similar comprehensive strategies tailored to the local context can significantly enhance the C&D waste management and promote resource efficiency globally. Now we shall discuss the key challenges in implementation. Successful implementation faces several significant hurdles that need to be addressed strategically. A major infrastructure gap exists characterized by insufficient processing facilities and intermediate storage sites across the country, particularly in smaller cities and towns. This lack of adequate infrastructure limits the capacity of effective manage and process waste. The technical expertise is another critical challenge. There is a limited pool of knowledge and skill required for a proper waste segregation, efficient processing technique, and the utilization of recycled material in the construction activities. These necessitate the target capacity building initiatives. Financial constraint was a sustainable barrier with the initial investment requirement for setting up processing facilities and implementing comprehensive waste management system being considerable. Securing adequate funding and exploring innovative finance model are crucial. Finally, a lack of awareness among the stakeholders regarding the benefits of the recycling and the proper waste management practice hinders the effective participation and compliance. Comprehensive awareness campaigning targeting various groups are essential to foster a culture of responsible waste management. Overcoming these interconnected challenges through strategic planning, investment, capacity building, and awareness initiatives are paramount for the successful and sustainable implementation of effective waste management system. Now let us discuss how to address implementation challenges. Overcoming the hurdles in implementation effective waste management requires a multi-pronged and strategic approach focusing on the key intervention areas. To tackle the infrastructure gap, our priority is to actively pursue infrastructure development. This involves establishing necessary processing facilities and strategically located collection points across all major urban centers to enhance the waste management capacity and efficiency. Addressing the lack of technical expertise necessitates the focus of capacity building initiatives. This includes providing comprehensive training to all relevant stakeholders on proper waste management practice and effective recycling technique, fostering a skilled workforce. To alleviate the financial constraint, promoting public-private partnership is crucial. Encouraging private sector investment in recycling facilities through the provisions of attractive incentives can leverage financial and resource technical expertise. Finally, to combat low awareness, the implementation of the widespread awareness campaigning is essential. Educating all stakeholders about the significant benefits of the proper waste management and clearly outline the for compliance will foster a culture of responsibility and participation. By strategically focusing on infrastructure development, capacity building, public-private partnership, and comprehensive awareness campaign with monitoring and evaluation, the challenges in implementation effective waste management can be systematically addressed, paving the way for a more sustainable and environmental sound future. Now let us discuss about the conclusion that is more drive towards a circular economy in construction. The Environmental Construction and Demolition Waste Management Rule 2025 represent a paradigm shift towards the circular thinking within India's construction sector. These rules lay over a crucial framework for transforming waste into valuable resources, significantly reducing the environmental impact and promoting sustainable development. The foundation of this transformative approach rests on the principle of environmental sustainability and resource efficiency, recognizing the inherent value in construction and demolition waste. Building upon this integrated waste management system encompasses efficient collection, transportation, and processing infrastructure are essential for realizing the circular vision. The collaboration forms the next critical layer, emphasizing multi-stakeholder partnership for effective implementation. This necessitates active engagement and shared responsibility among the government agency, the construction industry, waste management entities, and the general public. Ultimately, the vision is to achieve 100% recycling and utilization of construction and demolition waste. This ambitious goal signifies a complete departure from linear take, make, dispose model aiming to maximize resource recovery and minimize the landfill burden. By establishing clear responsibilities, ambitious target, and effective mechanism for waste management and utilization, these rules pave the way for a circular economy in construction, fostering a more sustainable and resource efficient future for the sector. In the end, we shall describe about the frequently asked question related to the Environment's Construction and Demolition Waste Management Rule 2025. The frequently asked questions section offered a crucial clarification regarding the implementation of environmental construction and demolition waste management rule, focusing on extended producer responsibility, EPR, and associated compliance mechanism. This guidance is essential for stakeholders in construction and demolition industry aiming to align with the principle of circular economy. The registration requirement entities required to register on online portal include producer of C&D waste, particularly those overseeing projects with a build-up area exceeding 20,000 square meters. Additionally, operators of waste storage facilities, recyclers, and collection points designated by the local authorities must be also registered. The other part is EPR target and compliance. EPR target are defined as a percentage of the recyclable waste generated in the previous year. The targets being at 25% in 2025-26 and progressively rise to 100% in 2028 to 29. These targets serve as a roadmap for increasing recycling efficiency over time. EPR certificates, which are proof of compliance, can be carried forward for up to 3 years from the end of the financial year in which they generated. Non-compliance measure: if targets are not met, environmental compensation will be imposed unless partial or full compliance is achieved within the specified time frames. This system of penalties and remediation emphasize accountability and continuous improvement. Covered waste type: the rules encompasses a broad range of C&D waste, including those from construction, demolition, remodeling, and renovation. Material covered include steel, cement, brick, concrete, wood, plastics, ceramic, and glasses. Small construction projects: the projects with a build-up area of less than 20,000 square meter are exempt from the producer classification. However, they must still manage their waste responsible and adhere to the waste generation regulation. Institute recycling incentive: processing waste on-site is incentivized with a higher weightage, that is 1.2x, during the calculation of EPR certificates, encouraging efficient local waste reuse and minimizing the transportation impacts. Appeal process: if environmental compensation is waived, as appeal can be submitted to the State Environmental Department within 30 days, a second appeal is allowed for the Additional Secretary of the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change.